guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. So this video is about me trying to recreate trends from 60s, 70s and 80s. So the one I'm wearing right now is from the 80s. It's more of like color contouring and everything. If you want to see how I did the three looks, keep on watching. So before we begin, like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my content. And the video you're gonna be seeing right now is the voiceover, not me actually talking to the camera.
Let's begin. I'm trying to record this voiceover for the third time, so I'm hoping this is better than the other times. I'll do my eyebrows off camera and I'll just brush this clear brow gel through them. And I'll just clean them up with a concealer. And Kiko Milano eye primer that I use on every look I do on Instagram, on my YouTube and everything. This eyeshadow palette is from Beauty Glaze that you can find on Amazon. I ordered it from Amazon only. It has 62 shades and I'm going in with you can also go with your own bronzer shade, but I am going in with my palette but to make it more cohesive. Now I am cutting my crease with a Makeup Revolution concealer in white shade and going in with the pastel shade because pastel is coming back in trend and I'm just recreating looks that I think will look good in 2020 but with past decades idea. Pack it on. If you feel I am rattled because I have tried this 3 times and I am not hoping to mess it up, so going in with my liner. Graphic liner is most important thing because the look in 60s is of the model Twiggy and she was famous for doing a graphic liner. Going in with my rosehip oil from Indus Valley to prep my skin before foundation. Always remember your neck, kids, and push it in. And now for lip balm. Going in with my Kiko Milano foundation and my bangs look so bad in this clip, you have no idea. And just blend it out. Now going in with my Wet n Wild foundation. So this is basically to color correct my 5 o'clock shadow. That is basically darkness under my, what you can say, area, mustache area I guess. And now going in with the concealer. This is my favorite concealer ever. And the technique I use is I only use a little bit of concealer where I think I need it and I just dab it there only. I don't what you can say move it somewhere else. I just dab it there so it has its pigmentation there only. And now I'm just setting my face with Fit Me translucent powder. This clip is gonna be so boring. How do people watch my videos? I have no idea, that's why I don't film them. Now going in with a bronzer. This one is very nice even though it's a bit expensive for drugstore, but still it's nice. I got it from HOK for 900 rupees but the actual pricing was 1200. Now going in with my blush. Blush is very important, so you have to see what goes with the eyeshadow. And I've been using my eyeshadows as blush because my blush palette is broken and I guess eyeshadow gives much more pigmentation than actual blush. So keep that in mind, don't go ham with it. Now with my highlight, I'm going in with Wet n Wild. It's a subtle highlight but you can build it up. So basically this is me reimagining the looks, not trying to copy them. So this is what I think 60s trends look like when if we copy them in 2020. And going in with the white liner in my waterline, that is the most important step. So this is look and going in with a smaller brush to create a fake waterline with that darker shade. Now highlighting my inner corner and my brow bone. So yeah, I was saying you have to create a doll like look. For that you need to have white in your waterline. So basically the trends going right now are foxy eyes and everything. So graphic liner is a big trend in 2022. So yeah, so mainly 60 so 1960s was the time the graphic liner was thriving. And I don't know why I have like 3 minutes of footage of me putting mascara. I have no idea how I did this footage. Going in with a paintbrush, paintbrush 0 to create freckles on my face, because makeup brushes are not that stiff, so you need a stiffer brush. That's why paintbrush. Now lashes from AliExpress. Also underlash is the most important step in this, because Twiggy had four underlashes. I only have one. And this is a lipstick from Nykaa. I don't think I saw the shade number. It's like a chestnut color. Yeah, so this was the video, this was the look. Keep on watching for the next look. Let's begin for the second look. This one is inspired by the 1970s disco glam. So basically what we are doing today is creating glam inspired by 1970s and reimagining it how it will look in 2020. Sadly, there are no discos anymore, but we can do a disco glam. So this one is taking my burnt orange shade on my crease. Shade. I don't know how I pronounce words so wrong. It's not even with English, I pronounce Hindi words wrong too. So yeah, just blending it out more with a shader brush and taking my eyelid primer again to cut out my crease. This time a whole crease rather than what I did on the previous look. And taking this chrome pigment from Glowmere Beauty, the shade name is Galaxy. It is a purple shade with navy shifts in it. What you have to keep in mind while using such loose pigments is make sure you wet your brush so it has some stickiness to it, and taking a glitter liner to map out my crease. This look is mostly inspired by Euphoria, the TV show. So if you have seen Maddie's looks, it has huge rhinestones and glitters and everything and graphic liners. So this look is majorly inspired from that. And taking my foundation from Kiko again and doing what I do every time, color correcting with another foundation that has red undertone in it. And this concealer is more of a highlighter than my concealing shade, as it has more yellow undertone in it. And I dragged it out with my eyes to clean up, to make the eye look more sharp. Going in with a bronzer and blush again from my eyeshadow palette. Taking up orange peachy color. keeping the blush only on my outer side, not dragging it inside on my apple of my cheeks, not apples. So the setting spray is from Makeup Revolution Matte Fix. The highlight I'm going in with is Colourpop Super Shock in Spoon, I guess. This one is Over the Moon. It has a nice purple reflex to it, as you can see. Now I'm going in with bindis because I don't have rhinestones with me right now. Making use of whatever you have at home is the best you can do right now. I am placing the bindis with the help of my tweezer. Now going in with my lashes from Gloomier Beauty again. The style is Heavenly. The style name is Heavenly. Now I'm going in with the brown coal in my waterline, and in my lower lash line I'm going in with the burnt orange shade that I used on the crease. Now going in with the rhinestone again on my lower lash line. Just one rhinestone because I didn't have many left in the center. Now going in with a brown lip liner. This one is a cool tone liner and lip shade from Wet n Wild. This is more orange brown, and a lip gloss from Colourpop again. The shade is Cutie. It's a plumping lip gloss and it is very nice. If you have access to it, you should definitely go for this one. And this is the look. Keep on watching for the 80s one. Let's start with the third look. So the difference between the previous looks and this one is I do my face or my base first, then going in with my eyeshadow. You'll see why. And I'll do my eyebrows as usual, nothing new. This foundation from Makeup Revolution, it's a stick foundation, but it gives you a dewy finish and has full coverage as well and doesn't feel heavy at all. Blend, blend, blend. Now color correcting. So I use a foundation for my color correction is because I don't want it to peek through my natural shade, I guess, and I don't want it to stain. Now priming my lids. I'm kind of inspired from this but not totally. Using eyeshadow as blush is my favorite part right now, and just laying down the color on my temples and blending it out to my eyes so that it is more cohesive. Going in with a smaller brush to pack on the color more, what you can say, or to have it more pigmented. Now going in with the darker shade that has the same undertone to it but it is darker. Now the purple shade, I'm going in with the blender brushes because I think they make the color more smoky instead of pigmented, and that's the finish I'm going for. Now just go back and forth with the same two brushes until you achieve the effect you're looking for. Now cutting my crease with the same eyelid primer. You can go in with your concealer. Going in with this aqua color. I'm sorry with the background noises if you get any. I'm recording this on my phone and I don't have a microphone right now. Going in with a brown pencil instead of black one because I don't want two lines. Simply. Also, the concealer I'm just only putting it in my center because I want the highlighted part to be only the center. Also, tell me which look was your favorite and which hairstyle was your favorite too. And now just the bronzer to match fill the gap between my natural shade on my cheeks and the blush. Now going in with the blue color and laying it down on my lower lash line. This one kind of matches my jacket. Now going in with the setting spray and a highlight. This one is my favorite highlighter and it's very cheap. It's from In Color. See, I just used it once and what it did. Now going in with my lashes from Glumier Beauty. The style is Halo. I directly go in with the lash glue on my lid because I'm too tired to, not even tired. I don't think if you put your lash glue on your actual lashes, they stick that well because they always pop out from my inner corner. That's why I do this step. Now last step is using a lip pencil that has a nude pinky tone and this lip color from Miss Claire. The shade is 13. And yeah, this is it.
Thank you for watching the video. I hope you like the content I'm trying to put out, and do remember to like this video and share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more of my content, follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. All of them, it's just Glam by Divya. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.